In the vast, often chaotic world of social media, it's rare to witness a moment of pure, unadulterated sweetness that feels both intimate and universal. Such a moment unfolded in March 2026 when Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, used her Instagram platform not to make a grand announcement, but simply to share a quiet, personal piece of her life, the book on her bedside table. That book was They Bloom Because of You, a collection of poetry about motherhood by New Zealand author Jessica Urlichs. What followed was a heartwarming exchange that left an author in tears, a duchess connecting on a deeply human level, and thousands of mothers around the world feeling seen. It was a sunny spring day in Montecito, California. On March 16, 2026, Meghan took to her Instagram stories to offer her followers a serene glimpse into her life. The videos were soft, personal, and unhurried. One clip showed her arranging dusky pink and white roses in a vase, with her husband, Prince Harry, providing a gentle, loving voiceover. "It's beautiful," he said off camera, before adding, "So brilliant, babe." Another adorable clip featured the couple's 4-year-old daughter, Princess Lilibet, wearing Wellington boots and charmingly attempting to pet one of the family's chickens in their backyard. But it was the final clip in this series of serene home videos that would spark an international moment of connection. Meghan panned across a book, its pages gently rifling in the breeze. The cover was clear. They Bloom Because of You by Jessica Urlichs. Viewers could see that several pages were marked with folded down corners, a telltale sign of a book that truly resonates, one that its reader wants to return to again and again. In a whisper, she described it as being so good. This simple, authentic recommendation was the beginning of a beautiful, two-way conversation. For Jessica Urlichs, a poet and mother of 3 from Christchurch, New Zealand, the moment was surreal. She was going about her day when her social media began to light up. Followers, her fantastic community, started tagging her, alerting her to the fact that a very famous reader was sharing her work. The Duchess of Sussex, a woman with over 4.5 million Instagram followers, was holding her book, her words, in her hands. Jessica's reaction was captured in an Instagram reel that perfectly conveyed her shock and overwhelming emotion. In the video, she simply covered her mouth with her hands, her eyes wide with disbelief. The look of pure, unadulterated surprise spoke volumes. Over the video, she wrote, "Look who just shared my book." Her caption was an outpouring of genuine gratitude and excitement. She wrote, "When Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, shares your book, you go into shock. You share and you celebrate. I'm so honored beyond words. I love how this book is touching so many mums around the world. What a huge moment, X." It was a moment of validation for any creator, to know that their work had found a home, that it had traveled from their heart to another's, and in this case, all the way to the bedside table of a duchess in Montecito. The story, however, was far from over. What happened next transformed a celebrity shout-out into a genuine human connection. Meghan saw Jessica's emotional video, and in a move that speaks volumes about her intentions on social media, she didn't just like the post. She engaged. She scrolled down to the comments section of Jessica's celebratory video and left a personal message. Meghan's comment was warm, personal, and rooted in the very theme of Jessica's book, motherhood. She revealed the organic way the book came into her life, not through a publicist or a formal arrangement, but through the simple, powerful recommendation of a friend. My mom friend Christina shared it with me, my current bedside book. From one mama to another. Thank you. With that one sentence, from one mama to another, Meghan dissolved any distance between a duchess and a poet. She framed their interaction not as a celebrity endorsing an author, but as two mothers sharing in the complex, beautiful, and chaotic journey of raising children. The little red heart and the kiss at the end added a final, intimate touch to the exchange. This prompted a second, even more emotional response from Jessica. She replied directly to Meghan's comment, her words trembling with gratitude. At Meghan, I can't even believe I am typing this, but thank you. I am honored beyond words and so deeply grateful that my book has touched you, and hopefully many more mums too. I just cannot say what that means to me. She accompanied the message with a broken heart and a red heart emoji, perfectly capturing the overwhelming mix of emotions. The comment section became a beautiful digital campfire where two women from opposite sides of the world connected over the shared, sacred, and sometimes overwhelming experience of motherhood. The book, as Meghan noted, had become a part of her nightly ritual, a bedside book that offers comfort and reflection at the end of a long day. This wasn't just a fleeting moment of internet serendipity. It was a powerful illustration of several beautiful truths in a world that often feels divided. First, it highlighted the profound power of recommendation between friends. Meghan didn't find the book through a marketing campaign or a publicist's carefully curated list. She found it through her mom friend, Christina. This simple detail speaks volumes about the trusted, invaluable network of support that mothers build for one another, an ancient, sacred sisterhood that transcends fame, fortune, and geography. They share tips on sleepless nights. They swap stories about tantrums at the grocery store. They hold space for each other's struggles. And they share resources that make the journey feel less isolating. Whether it's the best way to remove a stubborn stain or a book that perfectly articulates the fierce, tender love they feel for their child, these recommendations carry weight because they come from a place of shared experience. Meghan, for all her global platform and the millions who follow her every move, is still fundamentally a mom in a community, leaning on her friends for recommendations and passing along the gems she finds, just like anyone else. The organic nature of this discovery makes it all the more special. Christina, whoever she is, likely had no idea that suggesting this book would lead to an international moment of connection. She simply thought of her friend Meghan, knowing that Jessica's words might resonate with her as they had resonated with so many others. And Meghan, in turn, didn't just quietly enjoy the book, she felt compelled to share it, to pass along the gift that had been given to her. This chain of maternal generosity, from Christina to Meghan to Jessica and now to millions of followers, perfectly embodies the spirit of Jessica's work, that motherhood is not meant to be navigated alone, that we bloom because of each other. Secondly, this beautiful exchange underscored the universal language of motherhood, a language that needs no translation, that speaks directly to the heart regardless of culture, continent, or circumstance. Jessica Urlichs' poetry has sold hundreds of thousands of copies worldwide because she possesses a rare and precious gift. She puts words to the feelings that so many mothers experience but struggle to articulate. Her work captures what one German publication beautifully described as the beautiful chaos of family life, the immense joy that takes your breath away, the bone-deep exhaustion that makes you question everything, the identity shifts that leave you wondering who you've become, and the overwhelming, infinite love that somehow makes it all worthwhile. When Meghan shared the book and added her own "from one mama to another" comment, she was signaling something profound, that she too lives in that beautiful chaos. For a moment, the titles and the spotlight and the endless scrutiny faded away, leaving just two women who understood the sacred, challenging, transformative role of being a mother. As one headline so perfectly put it, Jessica Urlichs speaks to mothers worldwide from the soul. Her words create a bridge between women who might otherwise never connect, a poet in New Zealand and a duchess in California, brought together by the shared experience of watching their children grow, of wondering if they're doing enough, of loving so fiercely it sometimes hurts. Thirdly, this was a pure moment of joy and encouragement for a creator, the kind of moment every artist secretly dreams about but rarely experiences. To have your work seen and appreciated on such a large scale is one thing. Social media can amplify anything, but amplification doesn't equal connection. To have it genuinely loved, with dog-eared pages marking favorite passages, with a cherished spot on a bedside table, with the reader returning to it again and again at the end of long days, and to have the person who loves it take the time to thank you personally, to reach out across the digital divide and say, from one mama to another, thank you. That is a dream come true that no marketing campaign could ever manufacture. Jessica's tearful reaction, her hands covering her mouth in disbelief, her words trembling with gratitude, was a powerful reminder that behind every book, every poem, every carefully crafted sentence is a human being who has poured their heart onto the page, hoping it will find a home in someone else's heart. Jessica started her journey on Instagram, sharing her poetry with a small community of followers before becoming a published author. She has since written multiple poetry collections on early motherhood, become a Sunday Times bestseller with her anthology Beautiful Chaos, published by Penguin Books, and achieved international #1 bestseller status with You Hung the Moon, Through Hachette and Z. Her books have now sold over 350,000 copies worldwide and continue to grace the homes of thousands of families across the globe, resonating most deeply with mothers at all stages of their journey. Her most beloved poems, including the widely cherished All I See Is You and Dear Husband, The Future Can Wait, have become anthems for a generation of mothers seeking validation in their experiences. To have this body of work, this labor of love built over years of vulnerability and honesty, acknowledged by someone like Meghan, it's not just a celebrity endorsement, it's a validation that her words matter, that they have traveled across oceans and into the hearts of women she will never meet. Fourthly, the exchange served as a sweet and deliberate counterpoint to the other news swirling around the Sussexes on that same March day. Headlines were also dominated by their fierce statement regarding a new, critical royal book by Tom Bower, which made explosive claims about their relationships with the royal family. A spokesperson for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex had issued a strong response, describing Bower's commentary as having long crossed the line from criticism into fixation, and accusing him of constructing ever more elaborate theories about people he does not know and has never met. Amid the deranged conspiracy and melodrama they spoke out against, this tender interaction with Jessica Urlichs was a quiet but powerful return to what Meghan seems to want her social media presence to be about: connection, community, family, and the simple, beautiful moments that make life worth living. Interestingly, Meghan's initial Instagram story that day featured a mug with the words "Cultivate Kindness" placed next to Jessica's book, set to the background music of Natalie Cole's song "This Will Be an Everlasting Love." This post was quickly deleted for reasons unknown, but the sentiment lingered, a commitment to kindness and love even amidst controversy. The subsequent videos she shared, including the one of Jessica's book with its folded down pages, felt like a deliberate choice to focus on what truly matters: family, nature, creativity, and the words that nourish her soul. The timing was not lost on observers. Just days after issuing a blistering statement defending themselves against what they considered unfounded attacks, Meghan chose to fill her feed with images of flowers arranged by her own hands, her daughter's flowing red hair as she chased chickens in Wellington boots, her husband's loving voice calling her babe and praising her work, and a poetry book that speaks to the heart of motherhood. It was a reminder of the positive impact she can have when she uses her platform not to fight battles, but to spotlight and celebrate the work of others, to share glimpses of joy, to model a different kind of engagement with the world. Princess Lilibet's appearance in the videos added another layer of sweetness to the story. Dressed in a cute purple jacket, striped leggings, and a pair of adorable unicorn boots, her signature auburn hair flowing freely, the 4-year-old represented everything the book is about: the precious, fleeting magic of childhood that Jessica's poetry seeks to capture. In another clip, baby hands could be seen picking purple leaves from a flowering tree, presumably those of her brother Prince Archie, completing the picture of a family deeply engaged with the simple pleasures of their Montecito sanctuary. This glimpse into their home life stood in stark contrast to the often adversarial relationship the Sussexes have had with parts of the media. Here was no carefully staged photo call, no formal announcement, no strategic leak, just a mother sharing her life, her loves, her current bedside book. And in doing so, she created a genuine moment of connection that resonated far beyond the usual royal news cycle. The ripple effects of this exchange continue to spread. Jessica Urlichs has seen her work reach new audiences, with people discovering her poetry through Meghan's recommendation. The book's themes, the infinite love, growth, and magic of motherhood, have found new readers who might never have encountered her work otherwise. And mothers everywhere have felt a little more seen, a little less alone, knowing that even a duchess finds comfort in the same words that comfort them. Moreover, this moment came on the heels of another beautiful recognition for Jessica's work. At the Oscars in 2026, Irish actress Jessie Buckley quoted the title of Jessica's book, Beautiful Chaos, in her acceptance speech, giving the poet another incredible moment of validation on the world's biggest stage. To have her words echoed at the Academy Awards and then held in the hands of a duchess within such a short span of time, it's a testament to the universal resonance of her voice. There is also something profoundly fitting about the book being shared among mom friends. Meghan has spoken in the past about struggling to find time to read, admitting during an interview last year that she hadn't gotten stuck into a book she enjoyed in a long time, with her main priority being kids' books and parenting books. To now have a poetry collection about motherhood as her current bedside book, with pages marked and folded down for easy return, suggests that Jessica's words have succeeded where others may have. They've broken through the noise of daily life and found a permanent place in Meghan's and nightly routine. The book itself, They Bloom Because of You, is described as a collection of poems that serves as a testament to the significance of mothering. Among the pages Meghan had marked was one featuring the poem Vows I Didn't Write, about marriage, a poignant choice for someone whose relationship has been scrutinized and celebrated in equal measure. That Meghan would find resonance in a poem about the unspoken commitments of partnership